we'll take a deeper dive into one company that's not quite as sexy as all the rest, but it's interesting because it's innovative technology. So 11 years ago in Huddersfield, England, so a small town, industrial town in England, there was a company that was shrink wrapping spray paint cans. And so they're running these spray paint cans through a large heat tunnel, and they exploded and set the building on fire. And there was another gentleman who ran a textile plant, and he saw that as an opportunity. So for 11 years, he started developing a new way to wrap products without this heat tunnel. If any of us bought a case of water, we know they come shrink wrapped. Our water's going through a heat process that's not good for us and all those plastics. It's expensive. The cost of cardboard went up 70% 2 years ago, and it went up another 70% last year. So costs are increasing, and there's all these incentives to reduce both our energy use, the amount of plastic we use, the amount of cardboard we use. And so this company has evolved and gone through quite a curve. During COVID, they went bankrupt, and we acquired their assets through an asset sale. And we acquired the team with them. And so this was an opportunity for us to grab a team with a really relevant product, focused in the UK that has already existing customers that they've maintained. And now I've moved over there to help them grow and sort of be a facilitator between the parent company and the commitments we have to both this team in the UK, and then expand that opportunity out across Asia, Europe, and the US. There's all these manufacturers that are global. There's a company called Refresco that does a lot of packaging for Coca-Cola, and they're in 13 countries. They do $4.2 billion a year. Just groups like that you've never heard of that can benefit from this machine. So I'm going to click you through a couple of slides. This is a view of the machine. It's an orbitable stretch machine. So it can package small products, large products, and move at different paces. As I mentioned, less plastic, up to 70% less plastic. They can use more recyclable plastic. So there's laws now that require you to use up to 30% recyclable material in your plastic, and if you don't, you pay extra taxes. So there's great opportunities we're already taking advantage of in the UK to add value. We're going to eliminate all these heat tunnels. There's about 10,000 heat tunnels, shrink wrap heat tunnels in the UK. And if we eliminate even half of those, we grab quite a big market. Again, the way these things work is they use a very thick plastic. They use a lot of heat. And I went to a number of different plants, food manufacturers in the UK that use our service now. And they show me the footprint that they replace their heat tunnel. And it's, you know, it's 25-yard heat tunnel being replaced by a small machine that we put in place. There's alcohol manufacturers that crank through all their different alcohol. And so we can do different size products, different shape products, different speeds. And what's unique about it is that it's customizable. There's secondary packagers. So if you're a Coca-Cola and you're selling product and Walmart has a demand, they say I only want 4 cans in a package. Well, Coca-Cola is not going to take the time to do that, so they send it to a secondary packaging group. So that's a whole nother industry that this group's tapping into in the UK and that will expand into the other countries. And it's very simple, but this machine's complex and took 11 years to develop because it adjusts the tension that you wrap the product in, where you cut it, how you sort it. So I just wanted you guys to be able to visualize the machine. So you can see the numbers slightly. I won't bore you with too many numbers, but you can see how it slashes the electrical costs. The film costs in this example aren't that dramatically less, but as we increase the volume, we'll be able to purchase film at a less expensive price. Maintenance is pretty straight over. But payback's 12 to 19 months. We do no CapEx model now. So it's sort of the printer model where we'll give them the machine, lease it for 5 years, and charge them for the film and the maintenance, and then cut a new deal after 5 years with a more relevant machine. The goal that we've set in the UK is by the Q1 in 2026, 100 machines will be operational. They currently have 11 machines now operational, so they're already off and running. And then 27, 100 machines. So the run rate, about 8 million pounds, jumping to 18 million pounds, and then expanding into the other countries that I'd mentioned. So this is the last slide. I just wanted to highlight the fact that we have a unique technology. That's usually what we focus on as a company. Undervalued assets or unique technology. We leverage those with our capital, put the right teams in place, hire people smarter than us, and create opportunities for success for all. So we'd love to work with you guys. You'd find us through the app. You can also email me there if you have any questions. But if there's any way we can network or if there are any other questions, please follow up with me.